Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
It's Lawlett off play action. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, here's Lawlett. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Lawlett looking for a first down throw. Throwing deep for Golladay. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Lauletta. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles Harris in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
This is 3rd and long. Here's Lauletta. Going for the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And for Darius Geis, this is his first NFL carry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It was Matthew Adams who got him down on the defensive side. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. He finds Corey Davis. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. He got 29 yards that time. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys that can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
Well led on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
21. 12, fellas, here we go.
They start on the ground with Geis. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The throw left side complete to Hogan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. On first down, it's Lauletta. Steps away to his left. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Brian Bobby Calhoun. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Wesley Woodyard coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball, and when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Again, this is Kamara. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Lauletta to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Morris. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Again, Lauletta escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Hogan from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Denver. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And out now come the Seahawks. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Coming off play action, Loletta. Buying time to his left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll fake it. Now Loletta. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. On first down, Loletta. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Charles Harris. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Loletta looking to throw on second down. And right side caught Hogan. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10 more there and another first down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. On second down, here's Loletta. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. After the sack, they come up on 3rd and goal from the 18. From the gun, here's Loletta. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here, as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because We often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Get set!
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 47, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Wesley Woodyard in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And McDonald here over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Orakpo in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. On second down, Kamara. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And the Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Lauletta. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack. Able to finally get him for a loss of 16. And it's going to lead to a 4th down. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Now it's Crowder. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Justin Ellis in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
11.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fight. This is caught at the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. 11. They go play action here on 1st down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Off to Geis on the screen. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Here we go. 11. 13.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Back down to that Philly. Here we go.
Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Lauletta on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Lauletta eluding the pressure right and avoids the contact by sliding. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Lauletta, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. Now a pitch out to Kamara. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Again, it's Kamara. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
11.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And a 3rd down pass falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Garoppolo now. Oh, he stays up. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Room here to run. Space to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 17 yards on the pickup. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The shotgun snap to Lauletta. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense. And that's their first of this second half. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. So the Broncos coming out now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
11, 13.
On first down, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
13. Flag. Go ahead.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Broncos on third down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey, gun.
Third down, here's Geis. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. Keeps him, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Running with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They run it again with Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here's Lawletta. That's going to be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A huge play there for Denver. 66 yards. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Dances by him. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Leopard!
A first carry for Elijah McGuire. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Leopard! Hey. 4 down.
They go again with McGuire. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Spinning away. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. One final try now for Garoppolo. He's got a man, Corey Davis. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Seahawks, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Denver, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.